Hello and welcome. Today I've got a short little circuit for you. We're going to be using a kettlebell and a skipping rope. Nothing too advanced. We've got a minute of skipping and we've got 10 reps on all the kettlebell exercises. So let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so we're going to start off. We've got a minute of skipping. If you don't have a skipping rope, you can do this without any rope at all. Just make sure we stay nice and light on our toes. Give it a little softness in the knee. If you're not very good at skipping either and you do have a rope, you can just hold it in one arm, but make sure we still get that wrist motion going. From here we're going to go into a kettlebell double hand swing. Important thing here is to sit back into it, use the hips to drive forward. So that all the power comes from the hip movement. We're not lifting with the arms at all. Back is flat, looking forwards. Moving into bicep curls, we're going to lock the elbows into the sides. Keep that body nice and still. We don't see any swing through the body. We really want to focus on the biceps with this one. And we're going into a clean and press. With this exact same motion as that swing, we're going to sit back into it, use the hips to drive up. Then we're going to roll the bell around the wrist. We don't want the bell to be flipping over and hitting ourselves in the back of the wrist. It's just a nice twist as we go up. Then when we press from the rack position, bicep is going to be by the ear at the top. And again, we're going to go on both sides with this. Exactly the same. Make sure we keep that form nice and tight. Okay, and we're going to go into windmill here. So, heels are in line. We've got one foot turned out to the wall, the other foot facing forwards. We're going to rotate the shoulder as we bend down. Obviously, you can see in this one, I've got a little bit of shoulder flexibility issue going on. So I can't quite get a nice straight line from my fingertip down to my fingertip. That's what we should really be looking for. We want to make sure we keep that weight on that straight leg. So we're going to pop the hip out every time as if we're trying to stick it to the wall. So the weight is all on that supporting leg. And we're just going to run the bell down the inside of the other leg. Okay, tricep extension. We're going to lock the elbows into the side of the head. We're going to lower the bell as low down as we can go and then take it back overhead. It's going to target the backs of the arms into the triceps. Hence the name tricep extension. Okay, now we've got the nice little energetic one coming up nearly at the end. We're going to go for a high pull, bell down, jump back for the burpee, high pull. So with that high pull, we're going to lead with those elbows. Again, we're using that hip motion. So we're squeezing through the glutes at the top, elbows around the ears. Jumping back into a plank in that burpee. Want a nice straight line through the body. That's going to work through the core and the abdominals. It's also going to get the heart rate up nice and high. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of a recovery with this one. We're just going to go to a round the body pass. So again, we're going to look at about a minute for this one, no longer than that. You can shorten it down if you want to, if you feel like you're ready to go again. But again, try and keep that body nice and still. Keep a nice little softness in the knees and just going to pass the bell around. This is really just to catch our breaths, and it's also going to work through our core for our stabilisation, because the bell weight is going to try and pull us off centre. So we're going to have to counteract that with the core. Once we finish this one, we're going to repeat straight away back into that skipping. Okay, so they're the exercises, and we're going to be looking at doing this for about 30 minutes. We're going to go through as many times as we can in that time. If you wanted to make this a little bit more challenging for you, we can take out some of the time in that round the body pass and then get back to that skipping a lot quicker. Another thing we could do is put a little bit more emphasis on the skipping and boost the time up with that as well. So hopefully you'll give this a try and enjoy.